Hey up Woodlanders, we're down in the bottom end of our woodland in amongst some hazel I cut earlier in the season, and you may have noticed there's a few wispy bits still sticking up. While I was cutting this coupe, there was a couple of gaps in the stools. We've got a stool there, one there, and then one there and one there. But in the middle there is one there, but it's not doing ever so well. And with gaps like that, ideally you want to try and fill them with something. Now you could plant a hazel plant, but they take quite a long time to establish and get a root system. So another propagation method is called layering. You may have well heard of that. Some people layer all kinds of plants in the garden and in woodland. Hazel is particularly good at it, and it's ideal for filling in those kind of gaps in the stools. What you're after in coppice, especially hazel, is what's known as stool density. So you've got quite a high density of stools per area, so the rods grow nice and tall and straight and hardly leaves any ground for anything else to grow really. Just concentrates on the hazel. Flowers come when you cut it, and then as the shade comes the flowers suppress, hazel rods grow, cut again, there you go. So I'm after trying to fill some of these gaps with the hazel, hence why I left the long whippy bits of hazel so we can do some layering. So now you know why we do it, I'm going to show you how we do it. If you've ever done layering before, it's a really nice thing to do. Simple tools. I use a billock and a pair of loppers, but you could use a pruning saw. You might need a hammer if the ground's a bit hard. First job is I like to prepare myself some sticks first, and what you want to do is create a peg. So I get some hazel, so any side stems that are coming off like that, that forms your peg. So what I do then, cut it off a couple of 3 inches above your little branch, so you get that, and then about a foot down after that you want to cut yourself a bit of an angled cut that forms the sharp end to go in the ground. So that forms your peg, and you push it in the ground like that, trapping the stem in that bit there. I usually prep about 3 per layer, nothing too complicated. Do this with a billock I suppose, but I just find it a little bit easier with it. On this stool you might have noticed I've got 4 stems I can use. I don't have to use all of them, but I just thought I'd leave those ones in. They're not much good as a rod in themselves, so I couldn't have used them as any kind of product. I prefer the sort of sun shoots, nice tall long whippy sun shoots, because they've got a lot of energy behind them. Then what we do, and you don't have to do this, but it can depend on how bendy and pliable your stem is, but it's sometimes good, a bit like a hedge layer, to cause a bit of a pleach. So put a bit of pressure on that, nice little gentle little nicks, and that gets the stem to lay down. We've got the goats coming to see us now. Hello goat. What you want is an open area where there's no other stools growing really, trying to fill that gap. Now I'm thinking somewhere about here. And the next little job is you want to try and scratch some of the bottom of this off to reveal the cambium layers. So what it will do, it sort of wounds it, and that, when it's in contact with the soil, so where that's been wounded, just like that, bit of a scratch. Might just do a bit of a longer one, maybe 6 inches long, let's say, as a guesstimate. And then you want that to be in contact with the ground then, the soil, not just some old brash. You want it to touch the soil. Some people actually sort of do a bit of a screef, and they'll chobble out a bit of the soil like that. Some people even dig a trench, but I've never found that to be that necessary. Slight modification to this little peg, make it shorter. push it all the way in so the stick is touching the soil. Then I'll just put in the sticks opposite each other in the hope that when the deer come down they don't dislodge the stem. And there you have it, one layered stem. Because we've not severed it completely off the main stool, this will still carry all its nutrients and stuff. But as it gets to where we've made that wound, after a few years, 2 or 3 years, it will start to form root systems. And this will form its own plant. So then in a subsequent coppice coupe cut, I can potentially sever this off here. This will have rooted. It will have thrown up some new shoots of its own. And you've got a couple of choices then. You can either transplant that then, move it somewhere else, or leave it where it is, ideally to fill the gaps. A good time to do this really is in the dormant season, when you finish cutting your coppice coupe and you've got all this big open area and you've worked out where your gaps are and you've left yourself some sun shoots to be able to pleach and layer down. And we're in April at the moment, so it's probably a little bit late, and you can see the new shoots coming up on the hazel already. It could be an option to cover it with a little bit light layer of mulch, perhaps just to keep things off it, maybe to give it some moisture. I'm not overly worried about that just down here. I'll keep an eye on it during the summer months. The only thing then you have to be careful of is where you're treading, because the last thing you want to do is go and kick one and end up ripping it off its original stool. And there you go, that's about it. That's how I do my layering. And I've got a whole load more to do yet. So thanks ever so much for watching. If you're able to, have a little go at some layering. Let me know how you get on. See you on the next one. My mission is complete. There's a couple of gaps just in this area I could have done with some off this stool here really to lay down, or maybe off the stool over there, but I haven't, so that will have to be on the next rotation. If you've got any tips, by all means pop them in the comments, but I'll keep you updated on the progress this year.